hair that make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name up, you got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cause 10K to let it come see it. Me and them here make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you go. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you go. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get up, go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know, take off the Doge, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house, venting in the safe. Can I vent on my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and fools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies attracting the fence when I'm wrecking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Holla, holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you, I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga, watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic, that ain't protocol.
Yeah, so that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash all wood. Then pain is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess, this a heat check. Yeah, shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. Give to Pierce now on the option. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Texans at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now, the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were #1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And, in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Come back team! Come back team!
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes.
Touchdown, Texans! Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On the go. 19
It's a second down run with Sanders. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run a essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
Ready?
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They find some open field here. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
Here's the option play now to the left. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On first down, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Here we go. Cut.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
In motion left is Watkins.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Sanders has got it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly, and Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Now from back at the 9 after that last play. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They'll set up to throw. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Shotgun snap into the give to Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They'll send the tight end in motion. Once again with Sanders. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Check contact.
They'll run here with Pierce. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Texans,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1.
And they will be back home next week for a date with...
She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gone, yo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae, I just broke into his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones.